Well, hello again, everyone, and welcome to this latest webcast that we're bringing you from Travel Weekly as part of our Roadmap to Recovery series. And I'm smiling today because we are talking about some really good news. It's so lovely to be reporting on something so positive, some expansion in the industry after many months of people having a really tough time. But Jet2 Holidays have announced that they're going to be opening a 10th base in Bristol, and that's from April. Alan, is that right? Oh, and look, we've got Miles Morgan on here from Miles Morgan Travel. We've got Alan Cross from Jet2 Holidays. And I really want to just talk to you both about what this really means for the region and, of course, for the trade. So let's just start with you, Alan. Just recap for us, how many destinations you're going to be serving, how many exclusive destinations for Jet2?
Yeah, really exciting news for Jet2 Holidays, for the Southwest, for South Wales, and hopefully for the industry, a positive message to bring confidence back to the customer. Start flying the 1st of April. We have 33 destinations. Lanzarote will be our first. There's 450,000 seats going to be sold with jet2.com. There's 4 exclusive routes, as you mentioned already, but it's Kalamata, Mykonos, Costa del Meria, and Izmir that we'll be doing, that will be exclusive and unique to ourselves for that. And so lots of exciting news.
Brilliant, brilliant. Well, look, Miles, you were punching the air there. So I take it you want to be selling some of those 450,000 seats.
Oh, I think you summed it up with your introduction. It's been a tough few months for everybody in the industry, and to get, some exciting news of expansion, it's great news for customers, and it's great news for us. It's great news all around for agents. So, it's every reason to be cheerful today, which is fantastic.
And Alan mentioned there, Miles, that this is,
that's a booking coming through. Sorry.
Don't disturb them. Don't disturb them.
Lanzarote, April the 1st, first on the plane. But Alan mentioned that it's, it's quite a big catchment area, isn't it? You're talking about, these are people that might have even gone up to Birmingham and had a Jet2 holiday before, I guess, but now they can fly from Bristol. And how important is it to people in your area, Miles, to have to fly from their local airport?
Oh, it's colossal. We did a small amount of Jet2 business because the north of my patch can feed into Birmingham, but the bulk of the people, because a lot of these routes were already served from Bristol, they were using Bristol Airport, not surprisingly. So it's crucial. So the fact that we're not only getting the opportunity for people to use all of the different range of Jet2 product, but also some new destinations is really, really exciting for the region, and not only for the southwest of England, but also, as Alan mentioned in his introduction, South Wales as well. The bridge is now free, so you can pop from Wales to England and toodle your way up to the Bristol Airport free of charge now. So it's the whole of the region, South Wales included. It's really great news.
And Miles mentioned there, Alan, that a few of his customers in the north of where he operates might have taken a Jet2 holiday before, but how well is the Jet2 Holidays brand known in the area that you're now targeting? And what are you going to have to do to make sure people are clamoring for a Jet2 holiday?
Well, there's definitely work to be done with the customers and with the travel agents as well. But it's interesting because what we have seen in the growing couple of years is customers in that area wanting a Jet2 holiday experience. And the bookings have been rising and rising. And again, it's doing a lot of surveys with existing customers and chatting to the travel agents like Morgan in that area that has basically been saying, we want Jet2 holidays to come down to the southwest.
And so Miles has given his reaction. He's excited about it, but presumably, there's a number of agents down there. What's been the reaction like this morning, Alan?
Yeah, myself and my team have been talking to a number of agents down in that neck of the woods, all very excited. We've got a dedicated salesperson down there, Bryony, who used to cover it with a previous job. She's really excited to be moving back to that neck of the woods again.
She's joining Jet2 Holidays from another company.
Actually with Jet2 Holidays now, but we've had to rejig the areas so that we can accommodate 10 bases now. She's moving from the southeast of England over to Gloucester, back near her homeland again. So very excited, getting closer to her family and closer to our old travel agents.
And that means there's another, I know you're advertising as well then for a couple more roles. You presumably need to fill her role in the southeast, and then you've got a vacancy in Scotland. So this is good news all round, jobs as well.
It is. We're not expanding the team. We're actually replacing the team and have rejigged the areas. But it was a great opportunity to move Bryony back to the west from the east. So it's worked out great for everybody.
Okay. And Miles, just the timing of this. I mean, I'm not saying that Jet2 had a crystal ball, but this comes in a week where we've had some really positive news, isn't it? We've had the news of the vaccine. We've got some more progression on testing regime that could come in at the end of this lockdown that we're in. And then, of course, you know, nice to have Jet2's news on the back of that. But does that give you even more cause for optimism? I know you've never been in the really dark times. You've always been plugging away and looking to the future. You've been brilliant like that, Miles. But does this make you feel even more hopeful?
Well, without a doubt. I mean, we had a call with all of my shop staff yesterday, and the mood was really positive because the news was more positive. When you break the news today about Jet2 and more holidays to be able to be sold out of our local airport, it can only give people a further boost. So, you know, I would say that morale is at an all-time high since March for everybody in my business. And to be honest, I'm sure that's the case in most people's businesses. It's been a long, dark tunnel over the summer. And, you know, we can now see the shafts of light at the end, and you can see how everything's going to get going again. And, you know, Alan's news is almost the cherry on the top for us in terms of something else to go at, something else to sell, and another reason to be really optimistic.
And Alan, so tell us then. I know you're putting in, you know, obviously you've got Bryony there, and you're going to do, you know, get her out about talking to agents. But what other plans have you got to sort of spread the word?
Yeah, I mean, today there's been a lot of communication out, and that will continue in the Bristol area, bringing them up to speed about the destinations we're doing, the frequency, etc. But also re-educating agents about the value of Jet2 holidays, package holidays you can trust, the 22 kilos, the 10 kilos hand luggage, the single payment discount.
Have you won any awards for that, Alan? Alan, have you won any awards for all that?
Funny, I was listening to Steve Heapy earlier, and he was mentioning a few awards, and I'd just be too embarrassed to continue that conversation.
But Miles, I mean, you say you've sold a few Jet2 holidays customers. I know you operate quite a lot of, you know, in the higher end, a lot of your business, but do you think you've got clientele that would, you know, take a Jet2 holiday? Of course, Jet2's also got indulgent escapes at the higher end. So do you think this is something you're going to really push?
Well, I think there's two things, really. One, that as a business, we've repositioned our market more in Alan's area since March, because we recognised very early that our customers would be most affected by COVID because they're an older demographic of clients. So we've been targeting that area pretty much for the whole of the summer. You know, we've got localized Facebook pages, which we didn't have before. So we've done an awful lot in that space to move us into Alan's area. But as you rightly said, you know, the product offering from Jet2 isn't just the sort of at the family end. You know, it's got the villas, it's also got the indulgent escape. So it's a wide portfolio of product, and there will be a customer for almost every single Jet2 holiday. And so, you know, when you've got that to offer alongside a big product offering from EasyJet out of Bristol and TUI out of Bristol, you know, a customer needs a travel agent to pick their way through the offering that's now available from our local airport. And that's even better news for us. It means the value of the travel agent is even greater.
And competition as well. I mean, Steve said yesterday, you mentioned Steve Heapy there, your CEO, he said it will be better news for customers because it drives prices down. I mean, you've had TUI coming, you know, flying out of Bristol, obviously, and now with Jet2 coming in. Do you see this as, you know, being good news for the customer in terms of even better value?
Yeah, I mean, competition always results in better value, but we've got to keep quality as well. So there's a nice balance to be had there. You're talking between 7 and 10 million of a catchment area for Bristol Airport alone. So there's more than enough for everybody to go around. And it just needs those 300 travel agents in that catchment area, 18 of which is Miles, to get on board and start selling now.
Well, I think he's already got it on his website, haven't you, Miles?
It's already on the website. It's already on the social media. We're on it. You've got to be on it. You know, there's always sales opportunities no matter what's going on in the world.
And Miles, I'm going to make sure I send you an indulgent escape top for next time that you're on, Lucy, okay?
Let's keep it at the top, because these two boys were talking about wearing Jet2 pants earlier. So we don't want to see that. Listen, it's fantastic news. I've had both of you on at different points of this pandemic, and we've had to talk about some really tough things. And I know there's still a long way to go, and there's still a lot of suffering out there. We're not sort of, glossing over that, but it is a great news that you've announced today, Alan, and it's fantastic. It's made you so positive, Miles. So thank you both very much.